The word of today is coming out of historical documentation concerning ancient Egypt. So ancient Egypt was an African civilization located in Egypt. And I'm going into this because it's important when it comes to reading scripture, right? The people were indigenous to Northeast Africa, right? So ancient Egypt was indigenous to Northeast Africa. Their appearance ranged from brown to darker skin tones, similar to populations along the Nile, like the Nubians, Sudanese, and others. So while people later portray Egyptians as white. The colonial mindset from the 18th to 19th century, during the height of European expansion, scholars and governments in places like Europe often believed in racial hierarchies. They had a hard time accepting that a highly advanced civilization like Egypt could be African, right? So they reinterpreted to fit their worldview. This idea was tied to colonialism, racial ideology, and not actual historical and archaeological evidence. And two sources you can look into is Ancient DNA Studies at Cambridge University and the ethnicity in ancient Egypt. So I went into that so I could go into these scriptures right here. So we know, according to history, that the Egyptians were actually a people of color. So Acts chapter 21, verse 37 through 38. And it says, "Can thou speak Greek? Are you not that Egyptian?" So they're speaking about Paul. "Are you not that Egyptian?" They're mistaking Paul as the Egyptian in this verse, which before these days made us an uproar and led us out into the wilderness, 4,000 men that were murderers. So let's go to Philippians chapter 3, verse 5 and see what Paul actually was according to the flesh, who he was according to the flesh. Philippians chapter 3, verse 5, "Circumcised the 8th day, of the stock of Israel, of the tribe of Benjamin, and Hebrew of Hebrews." So this indicates that the Israelites were a people of color according to the scriptures, because the Israelites were always among the Egyptians. They were always mingling in with the Egyptians, right? And you can read that in the scriptures, even in Exodus chapter 2, verse 19. "And they said, an Egyptian delivered us out of the hand of the shepherds." This is speaking of Moses. And when you have time, read it in the context, and you will see it's speaking about Moses. Even Moses was mistaken as the Egyptian. So I feel like this is very important to put out there. Peace and blessings.